What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Arkansas Dynasty here on College Football 25. You can see it up in the top left there. We are the number 3 team in the country, 10-2 on the season. We're going to be heading into the SEC championship game today, and we're going to be facing off against the number 1 team currently in the nation, in the Oklahoma Sooners. We have not played them this year, but we're about to. We played Texas A&M earlier this year, beat them, so now they're up to number 2. That's great. Number 5, Georgia. So 4 teams from the SEC up into the top 5 at the end of the season here. I think no matter what, whether we win or lose this next game, we're going to be in the college football playoff. Right now, we're the number 1 overall seed projected in the college football playoff. So if we win here against Oklahoma, we should keep that number 1 seed. Before we get into this game, I want to show you guys the season stats for our players. But if you could, before we do this, please be sure to like the video. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And please be sure to leave your comments about how you feel about the Dynasty. Let me know what you think about the team. Let me know if you think we're going to win the championship. Taylor Green having a pretty good start to the season. 13 interceptions isn't great, but we are playing on Heisman difficulty, and I'm sure you guys know all about how difficult it can be. Almost 3,000 yards in the first 12 games. Jaquez Cross had a crazy good season, over 1,000 yards rushing. Taylor Green almost 500 behind him, and DeBinion with a pretty good season as well with 8 touchdowns. The receiving core, we pretty much heavily relied on Isaiah Satania and Jordan Anthony. 879 yards for Anthony. He has obviously crazy good speed, so that's why we ended up using him in that slot. Satania with a good season though, with 10 10 receiving touchdowns. Blocking wise, we did pretty well. Only 15 sacks given up, or 16, I think, something like that. But the story of this season was definitely our defense by far. We've got a lot of tackles from a lot of different players, but the main stat was interceptions. We're up to almost 25 interceptions, I believe, on the season now through 12 games. Jaheim Singletary with 7, Sorey with 5, Braxton with 4, everybody else chipping in a little bit. It doesn't get much crazier than that. There was so many interceptions this year. Not much happening as far as recruiting goes, so we're just going to go ahead and advance the week. Try to get to this SEC championship game, and I'll see you guys there. Jackson Arnold, the Oklahoma quarterback, is in the top 5 for the Heisman Trophy. He is a finalist, so we're going to be seeing some really good quarterback play here in this game. We're going to go ahead and hop into this game against Oklahoma. We'll probably do this game and then 1 game in the college football playoff. We might see if we'll do 2. Obviously, we have to win, so we'll see if that happens. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into this game, boys. Hope you're ready. First play here in the SEC championship game. Like always, we're going to try to stick to the ground as much as we can. Going to go with an RPO here. They're covering the bubble. We're going to be carrying it with Rodney Hill starting this game for some reason. I'm going to see if Jaquez Cross can get back in. Yeah, we need to stick to the ground game as much as possible because obviously we are turnover prone with quarterback Taylor Green. And our offensive line is, I think, better at blocking the run. We pick up a few yards there. It's going to be 3rd and 3. All right, we got Jaquez back in. We're going to go with a read option here. It's going to work out for us. Jaquez Cross, good run up the middle. He holds on to the ball and gets 11. 3-yard loss on first down puts us in 2nd and 13. Going with an RPO here. Going to get caught from behind as well. Only pick up 4 yards. And we're going to be forced into a 3rd and 9. We're probably going to have to throw the ball here. Don't want to risk running the ball and only getting a few. Don't necessarily love these routes. Going to send Jordan Anthony on a drag route. See if we can hit him. Oh, but we're being pressured. Taylor Green gets away from it, but a great deflection by the linebacker there out on that left side. 4th and 9 from the 44. We're going to go ahead and punt this one. First play for Oklahoma here. A carry up the middle, breaking a tackle. They're going to pick up 7 yards in their first play. I'm not sure whether they're going to be better at running the ball or better at passing the ball, if they're just going to be dominant at both. Hopefully we're going to be able to stop them a little bit here in this game. Play action. We move the linebacker out of the way, and the quarterback makes us pay for it. 3rd and 7, though, for them here. They got a bunch set out here on the left side. What is the linebacker doing? I hate when they do that. Now down to the 22-yard line they go, almost in the red zone. Running it right up the middle again, picking up 9 yards. 3rd and 4, though, here. They're not going to run it this time. Jackson Arnold scrambling, and it's just going to throw it away even though he had a man underneath. We're going to settle for a field goal, or they're going to settle for a field goal here. It will be up, and it will be good. So Oklahoma with the 3-0 lead here in the first quarter. Already back up by midfield after a couple of good plays. We're going to pass the ball here, or at least we're going to try to. Didn't like any of the options we had, and we are unfortunately going to suffer a 7-yard loss on first down. We're going to go with the jet touch pass here on 2nd and 17. Jaden Wilson, not the speediest receiver, at least not the speediest we have on our roster. Juke move inside, or spin move inside, picks up 10. All right, we're bringing Satania on the drag. We got the Texas route with the running back, though. which is going to be what I'm looking for. It doesn't look like it's going to matter anyways. We are going to be called for holding here on 3rd and 7. And it looks like Oklahoma will decline, so we are going to go ahead and punt here yet again near midfield. Wow, good play from Oklahoma here, and they're going to pick up a lot of yards. Why is that such a bad angle from our safety? Big gain on 2nd down there. Not exactly a recipe for success. We're going with the blitz here on 1st down. See if we can catch them slipping. It looks like they're going to run the ball anyways, and it was a perfect blitz there by Tevis Metcalf. 3rd and 8, though. I'm expecting them to throw the ball here, and it looks like they will. Being pressured, and they are going to throw it away from the 36-yard line. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make this. It looks like they are going to go for the field goal, though. It is up, and it is no good, but a flag on the play. And I think we already know what this is going to be. Roughing the kicker from 53 yards out. It's not going to be 1st and 10. Thank you, Akari Johnson. And they will go ahead and throw the touchdown on the next play. That means it's going to be 9-0. It will be 10 after this PAT. We don't really need to panic yet. We've still got time. We've still got a lot of time, especially if we can get a good kick return here with Cross Johnson out to 46-yard line already. Good blocking on this run play. 2nd and 9. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Don't love that we're already in another 3rd down situation here, but that's the way it goes when you're playing a number 1 team in the country. We're going to go with the 0-1 trap here. Need a big block. We get one and we don't get the other. We're going for it. 4th and 1. We're going for it. It's an extremely risky decision, but it's what we got to do. We run it up the middle, and we fumble the football. So 1st and 10 for Oklahoma, heading the other way, and they're already at midfield. And we haven't had a game quite like this all season long. We are getting absolutely dominated right now. We're into a 3rd and goal, though, so we could get a stop here. We're going to bring a blitz. Probably not the right move to go with man coverage near the goal line, especially with our defense, but we're going to go for it. We get through, and we are going to stop them to 4th and goal. I'm not sure if they're going to go for the field goal or not. It looks like they are going to go for it. We're bringing a lot of pressure. We need a big stop here, boys. We need someone to break through the line, and we get the big stop. That is exactly what we need to get back into this game. But are we able to string together a couple plays? So far, it's not going well for us. 3rd and 1 here. It's going to be 4th and inches. You have got to be kidding me. It's very risky to go for it this deep in your own territory, but we're going with the QB sneak, and it barely works out, but it does work out for us. I mean, did anybody just see the blocks that were not made right there? I cannot with this team right now. Nothing is going our way. Nobody's blocking on the offensive line. At least not when we need them to. 3rd and 8 here, deep in our own territory. Nothing going right for us. We can't do anything right now. Scrambling to Taylor Green. Gonna try to throw it back across the middle. And yeah, we're not going for it this time. We are just going to punt it away. Yet again, it's just impossible to stop them right now. Be honest. I mean, we did it on the goal line, so I know we can do it, but with over a minute to go, they're already back into almost red zone territory. 30-yard line. We make a good stop there, though. But almost every throw so far has been perfect. 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. We've got to cover the middle of the field. Quarterback keeping it himself, using the running back check down as a blocker. And they will find the end zone to make it 17-0 before the end of the first half. I don't know if we've scored 0 points in a half this entire season, but the number 1 team in the country is certainly making it look possible for us. We have got to find a way to make the half end on a good note. Looking for the sideline here. What an interception. I thought we had it. I thought we were going to find the gap between the safety and the corner. And clearly I was wrong. From bad to worse here at the end of the first half. They still have enough time to score yet again. And that is exactly what we don't want to happen. No one's guarding the flat. Try to make a big hit, and they're just going to break the tackle. To say this is not going well would be an understatement. Can't even break through. Missed the tackle there as well. They still pick up 5 yards. Only 13 seconds left. Holding them to a field goal, I guess, is best case scenario at this point almost. We need an interception. That would be fantastic. Quarterback under pressure is going to throw it away. 8 seconds remaining. Quarterback under some pressure again and will throw the pick. Jaheim Singletary can't return the pick, but that's at least not giving up any points at the end of the first half. It will be 17-0 Oklahoma. All right, something's got to change this half. First play, running it right up the middle, basically. 8 yards. 3rd and inches, just past midfield. If we've needed a stop in this game, now might be the most that we've needed one. And we're going to get it. Tevis Metcalf. That slot corner position has worked out well for us with him this year. It looks like they are potentially going to go for it. So I'm going to bring another blitz. And Tevis Metcalf is the one to come from the left side. Trying to get to the quarterback. We're not able to. What a conversion by Oklahoma. Yes, sir. That's what we needed. 2nd and 16 after the big sack. I mean, pretty much we just have to bring the blitz and hope that our secondary is good enough to guard them man coverage. Hasn't worked out well for us really so far. We're going to continue to do it. Thought we could get a pick there. 3rd and 10. They run the ball. We're okay with it. If they throw the ball, we need something like that to happen. I would have preferred an interception, but a deflection will do as well. It will be another field goal attempt. It will be up, and it will be good. 20-0 for the Sooners. So we're going to get called for illegal man downfield, and they're going to get the interception anyway. So I wonder if they're going to decline the penalty here. They are. It's just not going well for us. I don't know what else to say. I mean, we've lost our first. The only 2 games we lost by a combined 8 points, I believe. 2 to Notre Dame and like 6 to Auburn. And we're losing this one by 20. I really don't know what to do here. Their blocking is incredible, but our defensive line just sucks as well. 2nd and goal already. 1 yard line. We're bringing the blitz. Is it going to matter? It is not. 27-0, boys. We haven't taken a beating like this the entire dynasty. Bryce Stevens, good catch across the middle. Broke a tackle as well. Spin move inside, works out well for us. Besides that play, there has not been much going for us offensively. Quite ever been as bad as this. RPO, Jaquez cross at the middle. Juked into the defender, but that's 8 yards. Bryce Stevens across the middle, wide open. Turn the burners on, brother. We'll get in the end zone. Still here in the 3rd quarter. About to be down 20 as long as we make this PAT. 3 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown for Bryce Stevens. He's been our best offensive player by far. We've been unlucky a couple times, roughing the kicker, fumbling the football. I don't know if we can overcome this deficit, but we sure will try. Big time 3rd and 7 here. A blitz off the edge. Wow, we could have got the interception there. Would have been nice. 4th and 7, though, and they will punt. We'll go ahead and return this punt as well. Satanya's got some speed. Can't get it across the edge or out to the edge, but we'll get back to midfield. And we don't have to panic just yet, but it would be nice not to give up sacks when we are down by 20. Especially not to put us into 3rd and 17. We're going to just have to run all goes here. Hope that we can find someone. Luke Haas, can we get that to you? Hold on to the football. Over 350 yards here at the end of the 3rd quarter for Oklahoma. We barely have 100 and something. I don't think we even had 150 there. Perfect blocking every time, and it doesn't even switch me to the right guy. Won't give me the free safety there. They're just going to run the football down our throats. Their running back has like 130 yards. At least their starting one. They might have a backup with more, honestly. Another run. Good blocking still again, they pick up 4. Haven't seen much of Jordan Anthony this game. I would love to get the ball to him. I would love to not get sacked either. We get the ball out, luckily. It's going to be 3rd and 10. We have just been absolutely dominated today, boys. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. We've had some unlucky things not go our way. Some linemen just not blocking. You know. Just a lot of stuff that's not great. Satania, though, is open. Is going to get caught, but we will be down inside the 10. Jordan Anthony across the middle. Won't hang on to the football. That's at least 2 times now. We've really needed someone to hold on to it, and they just couldn't. Takes a big hit, unfortunately. Bryce Stevens. Bryce Stevens will hold on to it. We're coming back. I don't think we can do it, but we're coming back. Oh, well, we definitely can't do it now. Right up the middle. Untouched. Yep. That's going to do it for this game, boys. First and goal from the 7. We'll look for Bryce Stevens again. That time he gets popped. Can't fault him too much for not catching that one. Second and goal now. Again, this doesn't really matter at this point. We're just trying to score. Make it look a little bit better for us. Taylon Green going to get out to the edge here. And we'll score yet again for us. So we're making a game of it. We're making the score look a lot closer than it actually was. Well, we get the ball back with 1 second. We're able to stop them long enough to get a possession back in this game. Not that it really matters. We're going to go for one of these receivers out here. He drops the ball anyways. Bryce Stevens, unfortunately, not able to bring that one down. We will lose this game 33-21. The Oklahoma Sooners don't look too happy about winning the SEC championship game for whatever reason. We are unable to get the job done 2 years in a row in the SEC championship game. Last year to A&M, this year to the Oklahoma Sooners. Pretty good game from Jackson Arnold, but he wasn't their best player. It was this running back, Gavin Sawchuk. 27 carries, 167 yards. Didn't even end up getting a touchdown. Yards after contact, 66. He was able to break some tackles and get some big gains. Not much we can really do about it at this point. Receiving-wise, Bryce Stevens did great for us. Nobody else really did much. Rushing-wise, didn't do much. Passing-wise was pretty abysmal. 13 of 26 for 50%. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not great. Nothing about that game was great, though, so not much to say about it. We just got to hold that out. And we will go ahead and advance the week. Surely that doesn't hurt us enough to knock us out of the college football playoff. I mean, 10-3 now. We just lost to the #1 team in the country. Yeah, they only move us down to #5, so I'm expecting to still see us in the college football playoff as we get a couple of Player of the Week awards. Obviously, there wasn't many games going on, so it's great. The Heisman Trophy winner was actually Kyron Drones, the Virginia Tech quarterback. Enough with all these cutscenes. It's great. I love it, but I'm trying to see if we're in this college football playoff. Best linebacker award was Xavier Sawyer. So Tevis Metcalf did get an award. Shouldn't have skipped it probably, but that's okay. College football playoff. We are rematching the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who we lost to 19-17 earlier this season in the first round. So that's going to be a massive game for us. Oklahoma basically takes our spot at #1, and most everything else stays the same. But if we beat Notre Dame, we're going to be playing Oklahoma in the next round, and we can potentially get our revenge on both the Fighting Irish and the Oklahoma Sooners in this episode. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. As far as awards go, we were #6 in the Head Coach of the Year list. Unfortunate not to win it. Best Defensive Player, Tevis Metcalf and Xavier Sawyer were up there but did not win. But Best Defensive Back was Tevis Metcalf. He had probably 100 tackles on the season, as well as picking up some interceptions. We had Jalen Braxton in there. Jaheim Singletary was 3rd. Miguel Mitchell 10th. Our secondary was fantastic this year. Duquez Cross 6th in the Best Running Back Award. Best Linebacker, though, was Xavier Sawyer, like we saw. Justin Logan was 4th. Justin Logan, only a freshman, so an exciting future for the young fella. Surely we got some All-Americans in here as well. None on the first team. Very interesting with the defense that we had, especially the secondary. And none on the second team either. I'm sensing some bias. I'm not sure about you. I mean, we had the Best Linebacker and Best Defensive Back awards, and neither of those players make it onto the National All-Americans. So not sure what that's about. Duquez Cross, first team All-SEC. Okay, yeah. Second team, Shirley. Okay, yeah, there's got to be a glitch. There's no shot. We have the best defensive back and the best linebacker, and they're not All-SEC players. That quite literally doesn't make any sense, so I'm not sure what the hell's that about. I suppose it doesn't really matter though. We know how good our team is. We're going to go ahead and look at the job offers here just to see what we do end up getting. A bunch of offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator positions. Interesting that we would leave our position here as the head coach of a college football playoff team to be a coordinator. We're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and jump into this game Number 7, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, taking on your Arkansas Razorbacks in the game of the week. Fighting Irish coming back to Razorback Stadium, hoping to get another win here, the second time this season. Our first college football playoff game, though. This is about as exciting as it gets, especially for the University of Arkansas. I could not even imagine the emotions I would be feeling if we ever made the college football playoff. Notre Dame going to start off this game with the ball. Only 2 yards on their first play. It said that they throw the ball about 73% of the time, so I'm expecting a lot of pass plays, but 2 run plays to start off the game for them. 3 yards only. I'm going to bring the blitz on 3rd and 7. I'm not sure if it's a great idea or not, but we are going to go ahead and do this. See if we can put the quarterback under some pressure. We've got one coming through the middle, and the quarterback is able to get the throw off, and we will stop them, but not after they get the first. And like I said, the score in that first game was only 19-17, so it wasn't like it was a great offensive showing for either team. We are unable to get a stop on that 3rd down. Notre Dame just moving the ball down the field about as easy as they want to right now, getting about 5 yards of play. Bringing another blitz on 3rd down, but our defensive lineman is able to get into the backfield. 4th and 5 from the 42-yard line, and it looks like they are going to go for it. We're going to go with a cover 4 drop here, so we're expecting a pass play. Hopefully they definitely don't run the ball. Xavier Sorry not able to get to that. I saw it there, just didn't react fast enough, and it'll be another first. 2nd and 8 at our 10-yard line now. We need to cover the middle of the field if possible. Quarterback going to be forced to throw it out of the back of the end zone. 3 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. They've taken up a decent chunk of time here on this first drive. 3rd and 8 though for them. We can get a big stop here, hold them to just a field goal. That would be fantastic. I'd love for them to throw it underneath. Quarterback under some pressure. Not under enough though, and we'll find the perfect pass through the middle of the end zone for the touchdown. 15 plays, 74 yards, and 2 minutes and 49 seconds taken off the clock. That is as clinical of a drive as you will see a CPU have against us. We're going to go ahead and call the fair catch on here. Get it to the 25-yard line. RPO on the first play here. Jaquez Cross likely going to get the carry. I actually like this throw out here to Jaden Wilson. We'll pick up 7 for our first play. We get a couple on 2nd down, but we're already into 3rd and 1. Run play up the middle, though. We have plenty of room. Jaquez Cross, not the greatest juke move, but we'll pick up the first nonetheless. 3rd and 8 for us from our own 40-yard line. Got to throw the ball here. Need a good throw from Taylor Green if possible. But unfortunately, going to get sacked in the backfield. 4th down, we will punt this one away. All right, boys, 3rd and 6. The crowd is rocking. The stadium is rocking. We need to stop here. They've been throwing the ball well on 3rd and 6. The crossing routes are not easily guarded, especially our defense. We're not quick. Flag on the play here on 2nd and 7. It looks like there's going to be a holding called against Notre Dame. Not many penalties against the CPU this year at all. But we will go ahead and happily accept that. 2nd and 17 now. Of course, pick up 12 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 5. Halfback slip screen. We tried to read it, but we were too slow. Linebacker gets there. It's going to be 4th and 1. And they will actually punt the ball this time. 7-0 here to start the second quarter. First play of the drive. We really need a good drive here. We need to hopefully not spend too much time on it either. That play is just absolutely blown up. Already putting ourselves in a bad spot. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Not loving this right now. Not loving the start to this game. Not loving this pressure either. Going to try to get it to Stevens. We had Satania. I mean, the pressure is just insane right now. Our offensive line is blocking nobody, constantly having to avoid pressure in the pocket, and that's going to force us to punt this ball, and they're going to get it right back, pretty much at midfield. 4th and 1, going to be coming up. Actually, it's going to be 4th and 3, another good stop. It's going to be a great punt, and it's going to pin us back inside our own 10-yard line. Passing the ball, throwing the ball has not worked out. The defensive line is getting through our offensive line so easily, and they're going to do it again on the run plays as well. Oh, perfect throw by Taylor Green. Juke move inside by Jaden Wilson. And we're out past midfield for the first time this game. Gonna need to stay creative, stay on our feet. Jaquez Cross getting a carry. I mean, running the ball is not working out for us. Throwing the ball is not working out for us. If we didn't have that one big play, we would be in a world of pain right now. Jordan Anthony across the middle. This is the guy we need to get it to. Our playmaker gets us the first down. I like the blocking we got out on the right side here, potentially at least. Jaquez Cross getting that carry. Gonna only pick up 5. Linebacker came across very quickly here. 3rd and 2 from their 8-yard line. Really need to score a touchdown here. Field goal is not going to do it for me. Yes, sir. Isaiah Satania. Wasn't sure if the linebacker was going to read that or not, but we get it to him, and we will get the first score of the game for ourselves. We'll level this one at 7. Here we go, boys. Sack on 1st and 10. Going to be 2nd and 17. We're well inside 2 minutes now. Big blitz. We're, of course, going to give up the first down. Jalen Braxton not fast enough to keep up with that receiver. Oh, yes, sir. Jalen Braxton going to read the quarterback on the next play, though, and will house our 7th pick 6 of the season. What a season our secondary is having. Jalen Braxton, our best corner, with the pick 6, gives us the lead here before the end of the first half. Another sack. Cam Ball in the backfield. We're going to send some heavy pressure here. They're back inside their own 5. It would be a perfect time to go ahead and get a couple more points for us in the form of a safety. We stop them again. They don't pick up any, but they don't lose any either. 3rd and 19. Bring in another blitz. Only 13 seconds remaining. Oh, yes, sir. Tevis Metcalf gets in the backfield. We'll use another timeout. I don't know if it's really going to do much for us. We could still potentially get a field goal, possibly. I don't know after this punt if we'll have enough time, though. Yeah, only about 5 seconds remaining, so really we're just going to take a shot for the end zone here. Wow. Taylor Green getting hit as he was throwing the ball. That would be the worst case scenario, is to give up a pick 6 right at the end, but we don't. Still an interception, so that sucks, but we'll take the 14-7 lead here into the second half. We're going to go ahead and take this kick out here at the beginning of the second half. Not a bad effort. We get out to the 24, so technically we lose a yard, I guess, but we almost broke through. We're going to try to run the ball here in the beginning of this second half. I like running the ball just because I don't like throwing the ball and making mistakes and committing turnovers. Jaquez Cross bouncing out around some defenders and picking up 20 yards. What a run there by Jaquez. Play action here on the next play. 1st and 10. Wow, Satania is open. The ball was a bit behind him, though. Not a great throw by Taylor Green. 3rd and 6, pretty much right at the 50. We've got a crossing route with Bryce Stevens. He's not exactly open. We will pick up a yard, and we're at the 49-yard line. So we're going to go ahead and go for it, because why not? I mean, with the 7-point lead, we shouldn't do this, probably. Jordan Anthony, we're under pressure again. I need the offensive line to just block for me one time. Give me like 3.5 seconds. Because they're giving me about 1.5 right now. And for a team that throws the ball 73% of the time, Notre Dame sure does run the ball a lot. And especially since it's not working. They've got 18 carries for 36 yards from their main running back as of right now. Why are we not guarding him? Jaheim, come on now. It really is kind of crazy. Their running back is up to 20 carries for only 41 yards. And the quarterback is just going to throw it away there. I thought he was going to look to the pass. They are going to settle for the field goal here on 4th and 5 from the 18-yard line. Hoping to see a very wide miss here, but it will be up, and it will be just inside that left upright. 14-10 here, still for the Razorbacks. Already to 3rd and 6 here. We've got an RPO bubble play. Jordan Anthony going to get that ball out on the wing and going to get it first down here. Got a pickup of 10 yards. We're going to go right back to the RPO. We had one big gain for 22, and besides that, it's going for about 2 yards every time. Halfback draw actually is going to work out for us. It's going to be 3rd and 1. We'll run some inside zone here and pick up the first right after that. Jordan Anthony across the middle. Great throw by Taylor Green. We'll pick up 23. 52 yards on the day for Jordan Anthony. 11 of 16 through the air for Taylor Green. Not crazy numbers just yet, but I'm sure we're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more. We've got no one because we are being pressured so heavily. 3rd and 12 here from our 21. This drive was going a lot better than it is now. Taylor Green going to see some open space out here on the left side and will dive for the end zone, and we will get the touchdown using the legs of Taylor Green this time. They're going to go ahead and run the ball here on this play, break it out wide, and it switches me to the wrong defender, at least not the one I wanted. They're going to pick up a massive first down. 2nd and 5 from the 26-yard line here at the start of the 4th for Notre Dame. They are sticking to the ground game. No, they're not. They are going to go to the air. Luckily for us, That tight end has to go to the ground to catch that one, or it would have been an easy walk-in touchdown. 1st and 10 from the 13. This time it looks like they will run the ball, and it won't matter. They are going to block us all the way back to the end zone, basically, is what it felt like. Easy walk-in for the running back. It's going to be 21 to potentially 18 here. They are going to throw the ball, and of course, it's just an easy tight end throw. 21-18, so they cut it down to where they can just score a field goal to tie it. Big jet halfback seam for our first play. No shot! There is no way that safety got back in time. There's just no reason to throw the ball there. 1st and 10, we might as well try to run it, and we just simply make a mistake that was not necessary. 1st and 10, back the other way for Notre Dame. And of course, our secondary can't do the same for us right there. Where are we going? There's a flag on the play. It's got to be holding, right? Looks like it is going to be holding. We are going to catch a break here on 2nd and 7. We'll go ahead and accept that penalty. 2nd and 16. And I mean, the blocking for Notre Dame is just elite. What a spin move. Boys, boys, boys. Touchdown for Notre Dame. At first, we were stopping the run really well. And now it is just, it's all going downhill for us very quickly. 25-21 lead for Notre Dame. No need to panic just yet. We just need to play some good football. Throw it to the people we know can catch and run. Need to get it to Jordan Anthony and Isaiah Satania for sure. Sending Satania on a go route here. Not sure if it's going to be man coverage. It doesn't look like it's man. We'll use Taylor Green's legs. Get around one defender. Hang on to the ball. We'll pick up the first. Taylor Green using his legs again on this play. Juke move inside. Spin move inside. Really. Oh, and Taylor Green all the way to the house. 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for the boy. Gonna hit the gritty on them folks real quick. And we will take the lead back very quickly. All right, Notre Dame heading back the other way. They try to return the kick and only get out to the 12-yard line. We'll hold them to 5 yards on that first play. 26 carries for 113 yards for their running back. And I bet he's maybe gotten 15 to 20 carries like a few times this entire season in a game. So that's pretty cool. And a good first down throw right there. Great throw again by the Notre Dame quarterback. It has been pretty impossible to stop him from throwing the ball. Besides the pick six, I think he's thrown 2 incomplete passes out of 20-something. So it's been a whole lot of fun going up against the quarterbacks in the last 2 games. Both of them very good. Underneath route there, still going to pick up 5 yards. I think it's time to start bringing some pressure. Just going to go to man coverage, hope for the best. Going to get in the backfield early, but on the wrong side. They're still going to pick up 6 yards. Wow. The safety just not going to go for the interception. Notre Dame get a touchdown right back. Both drives taking less than a minute off the clock. Actually, Notre Dame's might have taken a little bit more than a minute, but PAT is going to be up, and it will be good. 32-28 lead for the Fighting Irish. The 2-minute warning has hit. We're getting close to midfield now. Hoping to use Taylor Green's legs if we can. Don't like that situation, but I do like this one. And the throw is going to be just a bit too far. Doesn't work out for us, unfortunately, but this one should. No shot. It is not that far down the field. I mean, I tried to just put so much air underneath it, and instead it was a bullet pass. Now it's 3rd and 10. We are in a dangerous spot here. We pretty much have to get the first. And that's going to be a pick. Things couldn't be going much worse. That play really, really hurts us. An overthrow and then a throw that was not far enough. We've got to start blitzing here. Barely able to stop them from getting more than 2 yards. Perfect blitz right there. 3rd and 7. Going to call the other timeout. We need a big stop. 3rd and 7 is a scary situation because we pretty much have to blitz. But they could very easily just throw the ball and get an easy first down. We're going to get through, and we're going to get a sack, and we're going to call our timeout. 4th and 14 from midfield. They do have to punt it back to us. So we'll have 1:27. We don't have to go too quickly, but we do need to throw the ball. Not exactly a fan of verts. But we'll get that to Jordan Anthony, and he will hold on to it. We'll try the RPO. We'll see what happens. I'm looking at Jaden Wilson. We're going to get it out to him. And we're going to get out of bounds and stop the clock. Just need to play it safe. No mistakes. Quick, easy throws is great with me. That one didn't get as many yards as I was hoping. So it's only going to be 3rd and 3. We are, of course, in 4-down territory. So we're going to be going for it on every 4th down. Jaquez Cross, hold on to the football. It's do or die. Jordan Anthony's wide open. That's exactly what we need. Satania, would have been nice to get a block from you there, brother. I'm happy to use Taylor Green's legs as much as we need to. 17 yards to go. 1st and 10. 48 seconds left. We got to calm down. I'll be honest, I'm getting a little nervous playing the rest of this game right now. Things could go wrong very easily. I'm going to go ahead and scramble out this side. Don't like our options, just throw it away. Luke Haas is going to be open and in the end zone. That is a touchdown. That is the lead back for the Razorbacks. Let's go ahead and kick this PAT. It will be up, and it will be good. We will regain our 3-point lead. 38 seconds remaining is maybe a little bit too much for Notre Dame. Oh yeah, the stadium is rocking for this one. We know they're going to be throwing the ball. I mean, where are we at? We're running cover 3, boys. It's not that hard of a concept. 1st and 10 from the 50 for Notre Dame. Straight ahead. Every pass is completed. It's like our defense can't read a book. I mean, what's going on? 300 plus yards for the quarterback today. Gonna put them under a little bit of pressure, hopefully. Looks like they are not gonna run the ball. Flag on the play. Looks like it could be holding, which is very beneficial for us. Not holding. Illegal man downfield. We will happily accept. 21 seconds remaining. 1st and 15 from the 41. Thought we were going to get a pick there potentially. Timeout taken by Notre Dame. That is their final timeout, which means they're going to go ahead and kick the field goal? Question mark? What is going on right now? 51-yarder. We'll be up and we'll be good. Okay. I mean, I'll take a few seconds to try to score. I mean, there's almost no shot we do. We're going to try to get the ball out quickly if we can. Yeah. Okay, we might just take this to overtime. I don't want to risk it. Overtime games always make me nervous. We get the coin toss. We'll elect to play defense first. Not a good first play. Wow, he's just going to break the tackle too. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, that's not good. Why is it suggesting me to go all go? We don't have to score in one play. Let's go with a read option here on the 1st down, just to, get our feet wet, see what we can do. Taylor Green keeping it, running it up the middle. Juke move outside, hold on to the ball. The last thing we need is a fumble. We'll pick up 14. Oh, I don't know. And also the coach suggestions. Seriously, why the hell would we run verticals from the 12-yard line? That just doesn't make sense. Back to the read option we go. Taylor Green keeping it. Wow, getting through. Oh, God. We put ourselves in a tough spot. We'd obviously go for it on 4th down if it got to that point. I need you to dive for it. Oh, 4th and 11. So there's really not, the element of surprise. We can't surprise them at all. We got Anthony. I'm going to send him on a slant route. And he's open. And he's there. Touchdown, boys. PAT is up and good. So we will level the game at 42. Going to go back to us for offense. So we need to score here and then hold them to, maybe not one play for 25 yards. Maybe we could, at least try to get them to run a couple plays. 1st down for us. Jaquez Cross right up the middle. The juke move wasn't great, so we only get a few. Luke has. Oh, yes, sir. I love you. What a great catch. Not a great throw by Taylor Green. Great catch, though, and gives us the touchdown. And it's telling us to go for 2. Do we have to go for 2? We don't have to go for 2, do we? So I guess you have to go for 2. Wow. I am terrified. We should not run the ball here, should we? We'll go slants. Usually that doesn't work out for us either, but we'll see. especially if we are under pressure like this. Okay, well, at least they have to go for 2 as well if they score. Let's see something. Turn around! Hawker! 1 play, 25 yards again. Man, our defense is god-awful. I mean, seriously. What was that? We shouldn't even go with the goal line. I don't know what to run. These suggestions terrify me. Running cover 3 in the end zone almost never works. Okay, we stop them. What a game this is, boys. All right, gotta take a breath. I don't know why it says 49-48 whenever I go to the home screen, but Notre Dame have scored 39 points since the start of the 4th quarter, and that is just infuriating to say the least. Surely we can break that up. Come on now. All right, running an RPO for our first 2-pointer. This is terrifying. Jaquez, did he get in? He doesn't get in. What a way to end our season. A loss to Oklahoma in the SEC championship game, which doesn't really matter. And then a loss to Notre Dame. 30 carries for 146 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Notre Dame with the big comeback to win this game. Beat us by 2, 19-17 at the beginning of the season, and now beats us by 2 in overtime, 50-48. I mean, it was certainly a game for Taylor Green. 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Passing wise, I mean, it's always interesting with Taylor Green. 2 touchdowns, though, and 143 yards on the ground. 52 for Jaquez Cross. I just can't believe how bad the blocking was at certain times this game. I mean, we're under pressure a lot with Taylor Green. This offensive line is certainly not as good as it could be. Luke Has with a great game. Jordan Anthony with a great game. Defensively, not much went right for us. Besides the Jalen Braxton pick and maybe a couple sacks, it was pretty awful. Running the ball, they were great. Throwing the ball, they were great. They had almost 500 yards. Notre Dame quarterback, 27 of 30. Damn near perfect. 90%. Running back, 30 for 146 is just crazy. They throw the ball 70% of the time, supposedly. And they ran the ball 30 times today. Defensively, I don't feel like they were that great, but they were always in the right spot. We made some very bad decisions throwing the ball that led to a few interceptions. And that led to, yet again, the heartbreak Hogs. So now we skip ahead. It is National Championship Week. Georgia is going to be facing A&M, so an all-SEC matchup. Notre Dame move on to play Oklahoma, and they get waxed 28-7, which, to be fair, likely would have happened with us, but you never know. And then Oklahoma ended up losing to A&M, so now Georgia facing off against A&M. Georgia beat Penn State and Clemson on the way there, as well as beating Virginia Tech. So both teams have had to come from all the way in the first round to make it. A&M beat Boise, then Troy, which is an easy route, and then Oklahoma, to now face Georgia. So let's go ahead and advance the final week of this 2025 season and see who comes out victorious. Will it be the Georgia Bulldogs, or will it be the Texas A&M Aggies? And of course, it's going to be the Georgia Bulldogs, 44-38 in overtime. Looks like it would have been a pretty fun national championship game. And that is going to do it for the end of this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at the season stats for all of our players. Taylor Green, lots of interceptions. To be fair, on Heisman difficulty, that's what you expect. But 35 touchdowns, 3,400 yards, I'm not upset about. He had 600 yards on the ground and 10 touchdowns as well rushing, so pretty good season overall. Jaquez Cross came in as a transfer, did very well for us. Overtook the number 1 spot from Dubinion, who would have been fun to use, but did get, 8 touchdowns. Rodney Hill, only 59 yards, but he will likely be our starting running back next season. Receiving-wise, we got a lot to look forward to. Jordan Anthony should be coming back, almost 1,000 yards on the season. He's only a junior. Satania is also only a junior, but at 91 overall, he could potentially leave, so we'll have to look out for that. Bryce Stevens had a great year, and he will be leaving. Luke Has Again, a junior, but 92 overall, so we don't know what's going to happen with this team. Going to be losing Jaden Wilson, and then nobody else really notable besides Ty Washington, another junior who could leave, even though he doesn't play much. As far as the offensive line goes, I mean, they did pretty well for the most part. There was a lot of times I felt like I was under pressure, having to make throws that I wouldn't want to make. But we're going to be losing 4 of these guys, 4 of these 5 at least. Addison Nichols should be coming back, but Blackstock, Kudas, Fernando Carmona, and Jacob Sexton are all seniors and will all be leaving. We've got some decent backups that hopefully grow quite a bit this season. Tevis Metcalf, best defensive player for us, will be coming back. Xavier Story, unfortunately, will be leaving us, but had a fantastic career. Justin Logan will be overtaking the linebacker spot, at least one of the linebacker spots. And he had a great season, but unfortunately was out due to injury for the last couple games. He'll be back though, only a freshman for him and only a freshman for Tevis Metcalf. Miguel Mitchell is gone. Eric Haka will be back. He was a true freshman, played pretty well, so for the most part. Jalen Braxton, a true junior, hopefully will be coming back. We'll have to see in the next episode. Kavion Henderson, freshman. Jaheim Singletary, only a junior, and had 8 interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 interceptions. So we've got a lot to look forward to. Going to be losing senior Cam Ball from the defensive line, which is unfortunate. But most of these players are coming back. So with the number 1 defense, or maybe not the number 1 defense, but the best defense in terms of interceptions this year, most players are coming back. So that's exciting. Kicking wise, we weren't great. 13 of 19 is definitely not what you love to see, but that was our senior punter. He will be leaving. Hopefully our kicker, that was the backup, technically true freshman, hopefully he will be good. Ross Johnson returned kicks very well, got a touchdown, almost 500 yards. You can't ask for too much more. From return, we didn't do too much, and that is going to be the roundup for the season stats. Let's go ahead and take a look at the career stats real quick as well. 7,000 yards, 61 touchdowns for Taylor Green. Doesn't include his Boise State numbers, of course. Jaquez Cross, DeBinion, and Taylor Green all over 1,000 yards rushing. Jaquez Cross almost 2,000. Satania, Lucas, and Jordan Anthony all around that 1,000 yard mark. Blocking wise, don't really care too much. Defensively, Xavier Story with an insane career at Arkansas, an insane 2 seasons. That'll be that for this episode. We're going to do the offseason in the next episode. It'll probably be a little bit of a shorter one. This one should be still pretty long. If you guys are still watching at this point, please be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button. Unfortunately, I couldn't win the championship for you this season, but hopefully next year we'll be able to. Hopefully we'll find some great players in the transfer portal. And that's going to do it for today's episode, boys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.